My last video was about the Super Mario Brothers, and I had a commentary about a bunch of bad movies and how I loved watching bad movies and commenting on their badness. I should make more videos about good movies and highlighting the best and the most uplifting and the happiest stuff. Well, what's more uplifting and happy than talking about the greatest movies ever made? I've already done a list about the 50 movies you have to watch before you die, but this is a different list altogether. That one I mean like culturally, if you don't see these movies then you're a screw up, but this time I mean if you don't see a lot of these movies you're gonna be okay, but watch all these movies because they're incredibly good. Today I'm gonna have 6 nominations for the best movies of all time from every single generation. Okay, not every single one, like the 30s to the 90s, because that's all that matters. I'm sorting the nominees in this M. Night Shyamalan box set. Let's start. First we have the 1930s. The nominees are Wizard of Oz, Frankenstein, All Quiet on the Western Front, Duck Soup, King Kong, and Gone with the Wind. And the winner is King Kong, everybody. Kind of a biased pick, like all these are gonna be biased picks, but that movie is one of the greatest movies ever made. Certainly the greatest monster movie, trumps Godzilla by 1,000. Everything about the animation of this movie is so crisp and clean. They shot it all in stop motion, and even today it holds up. On to the 1940s. The nominees are The Great Dictator, Casablanca, Pinocchio, Maltese Falcon, Citizen Kane, and It's a Wonderful Life. The winner is... yeah, it's Citizen Kane. Oh, was I gonna give it to Maltese Falcon? Citizen Kane is the best movie ever made, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Except for, maybe... But we're gonna get to that later. It looks like as if you're trying to watch a modern movie that the director wanted to make it look like it was a movie shot in the 1940s. That's how well done this movie is. The 1950s are next, and you would know that if you could count. The nominees are Ben-Hur, Rebel Without a Cause, On the Waterfront, North by Northwest, 12 Angry Men, and Vertigo. And the winner is... North by Northwest, everybody! This is tough because it was competing against On the Waterfront, which is Marlon Brando's best performance and his best film. Also competing against James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause, who made the stereotypical bad boy in the leather jacket, and he was so cool. But North by Northwest is an Alfred Hitchcock masterpiece, and it cannot be denied that it is also one of the greatest movies of all time. Seriously, it's this thriller movie that's so crazy and amazing that plane comes down, he's running away from it like, whoa! And then it all ends with a big dick joke. Seriously, watch the movie. The whole movie is a setup to a dick joke. I swear to God. Now when I got to the 1960s, I thought to myself, I couldn't only pick 6, are you kidding me? I mean, if I only picked 6, that would be essentially heresy. I needed to pick 12. And the nominees are The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Goldfinger, West Side Story, Psycho, 2001, A Space Odyssey, Lawrence of Arabia, Bonnie and Clyde, Dr. Strangelove, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Great Escape, Cool Hand Luke, and Peeping Tom. Now all of these, except for maybe Peeping Tom and Lawrence of Arabia, deserve to be number 1. I'm not saying those 2 movies are bad, by the way, I'm just saying that they don't deserve to be number 1. They're on the list. I made it 12 so that they can be a part of the list. I love these movies. But Lawrence of Arabia is a little bit too boring, and Peeping Tom doesn't have quite enough recognition, so... Also, Peeping Tom is a serial killer movie, and so is Psycho. And so that's what I'm going with. Psycho. It is almost slander for me to say that Psycho is a better movie than Dr. Strangelove, but I have to. Psycho is the greatest horror movie of all time, undebatable, and the best cinematography of all time. Watch the shower scene. To get by his censors, he couldn't show nudity or violence, and he did neither. It just gives the illusion that you're seeing nudity and violence. In reality, the knife never strikes her skin, and you never see any nips. It's just a whole lot of flailing, you see her face go, ah, and then there's chocolate syrup in the drain. Now to the 1970s. I don't want to waste your time, so I'm going to go back to 6 just for this one. The rest just keep going up with the nominations, but I'm going to cut the 1970s a little bit short, even though the 1970s had crazy good movies, but I think I got it down to the best. And the nominees are Jaws, Taxi Driver, The Godfather, Star Wars, The Exorcist, and A Clockwork Orange. Now you might think it's pretty obvious what I'm going to go with, but I'm not going to go with the Juggernaut on this one. Because even though, by my credentials, The Godfather is a heavy hitter, the heaviest of hitters to be exact. If you put something next to Star Wars and say that that thing's going to win and not Star Wars, then you're just wrong. Star Wars is the winner. 1980s, we're back to 12 nominees because incredible in film decade. Case in point. The nominees are E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, Star Wars Episode 5, Aliens, The Shining, Raging Bull, Full Metal Jacket, Terminator, Breakfast Club, Back to the Future, Airplane, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And this is only 12. I gave up Blues Brothers so that Airplane could be on the list. So you understand the sacrifices I had to go through to make this list? And the winner is The Shining. Yeah, it's the best Kubrick movie ever made, and I didn't give him any love on Doctor Strangelove, double love, so I decided to give him some more love here. And now it's finally to the tip of the top, the 90s. Could I use 6? Absolutely not. Could I use 12? Huh, no way, Buster. 20 nominees to one movie. And I don't think you're gonna agree with me on the movie, but I'm picking it anyway. Plus, you're gonna know what it is if you know me or have seen any of my videos. Like right now, you could probably call it. In your head, you probably know what I'm saying. So, you know, not really a surprise to anybody. And the nominees are Fight Club, The Big Lebowski, Goodfellas, Good Will Hunting, Toy Story, Jurassic Park, Silence of the Lambs, American Beauty, Braveheart, Schindler's List, Pulp Fiction, Eyes Wide Shut, Seven, Matrix, Shawshank Redemption, Boogie Nights, Fargo, Saving Private Ryan, Terminator 2, and True Romance. And the winner is... It's Pulp Fiction. Yep, it's totally Pulp Fiction. I have said on my channel before that I think it's the best movie ever made, and I stand by that. Pulp Fiction, all the way, 90s, suck at Schindler's List. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That seems mean. Anyway, if you disagree with me, please subscribe to my channel and give me a lot of hate mail. If you agree with me, please subscribe to my channel and don't give me a lot of hate mail. Try not to start any fights. I'm out.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well.